AI is everywhere, powering your smartphone, making your daily tasks easier and more efficient. Curating your social media feed, showing you content tailored to your interests and habits, even assisting doctors in saving lives with advanced diagnostics and treatment plans. It's painted as the ultimate solution to humanity's problems, the technological messiah here to usher in a new era of blissful efficiency. It's like the digital equivalent of finding a $20 bill in your pocket, except instead of $20, it's the potential for a 4-day work week and self-driving cars that can finally parallel park themselves without any human intervention. But before we all start practicing our acceptance speeches for the Nobel Prize in doing absolutely nothing, have you ever stopped to ask, what happens to jobs when machines outperform humans in nearly every industry? What will be the future of employment? How much of your private data is being harvested without your knowledge? Are we sacrificing our privacy for convenience? Can AI systems, programmed by humans, truly be free from bias and prejudice? Or do they inherit our flaws? And most importantly, what happens if AI becomes too powerful to control? Could it surpass human intelligence? These aren't just hypotheticals for your dystopian sci-fi book club. These are realities shaping our world today. In this video, we'll dive deep into the dark side of AI, the cons that no one talks about, the potential pitfalls that get swept under the rug like a trail of crumbs leading back to a rogue Roomba. By the end, you'll understand why it's crucial to address these challenges now, not later, because waiting for later is like trying to put out a house fire with a squirt gun. Woefully inadequate. Let's begin this journey into the complexities of AI. The first and perhaps most obvious drawback is job displacement. This isn't just a minor inconvenience, it's a seismic shift in the job market. I know you've heard this one before. The age-old tale of machines taking over human jobs. It's the robot apocalypse starter pack argument. But this time, it's not just a sci-fi fantasy, it's becoming our reality. But here's the thing, it's not just about robots taking over, it's about AI automating tasks faster than ever before. We're talking about a level of efficiency that humans simply can't match. We're talking warp speed job displacement, folks. Jobs that took hours or days are now being completed in minutes. While this means increased efficiency for companies, which, let's be honest, is music to their bottom-line obsessed ears, it also means millions of people are being replaced by machines, and it's happening across all sectors. Jobs in transportation, manufacturing, customer service. Basically, if a robot can do it while wearing a novelty hat, it's at risk. And even creative fields like writing and design are now being threatened. The scope of this change is unprecedented. And it's not just blue-collar workers feeling the heat. White-collar professions like law, accounting, and medicine are next in line. No one is safe from this wave of automation. Think about it. If a computer can analyze legal documents faster than a team of lawyers hopped up on coffee and existential dread, who are they going to hire? The answer is clear, and it's not looking good for the human workforce. This leads to a growing divide. Those who control AI prosper, raking in the cash while lounging on their yachts made of discarded motherboards, while the rest struggle to adapt, creating a society of haves and have-nots. The gap is widening at an alarming rate. It's like a high school reunion organized by an algorithm, where the popular kids are all AI overlords, and the rest of us are just trying to remember the Wi-Fi password. The future is here, and it's reshaping our world in ways we never imagined. Let's talk about privacy, or rather the lack thereof. AI relies on data, your data. From your search history and shopping habits to your facial features and even voice recordings, AI systems are collecting massive amounts of information every second. It's like a digital vacuum cleaner sucking up every last crumb of your online presence. But where does this data go? Who controls it? The answer, my friends, is about as comforting as a back massage from a robot with questionable hygiene. It's often stored by corporations and governments, some of whom may use it for purposes you wouldn't agree with, like mass surveillance, targeted manipulation, or even selling it to third parties. Remember that time you searched for how to disappear completely and start a new life as a goat herder in the Andes? Yeah, that information might be worth more than you think. In short, the rise of AI is eroding personal privacy and giving unprecedented power to those who control the data. It's like handing over the keys to your house, your car, and your secret stash of gummy bears to a stranger in a trench coat and hoping for the best. AI is only as unbiased as the data it's trained on. And here's the kicker. Most data reflects the biases of the people who created it. It's like teaching a parrot to speak using only phrases shouted by angry pigeons in Times Square. You're going to get some, shall we say, interesting results. Take facial recognition software, for instance. Studies have shown that these systems are far less accurate in identifying people of color, leading to wrongful arrests in some cases. Similarly, AI hiring tools have been caught discriminating against women in technical roles because, apparently, an algorithm decided that the best coders are all named Chad and wear cargo shorts unironically. These biases aren't just technical errors, they can perpetuate and even amplify systemic discrimination, making the world less fair for marginalized groups. It's like using a broken compass to navigate a minefield. You're not just lost, you're actively making things worse. Chapter 4. The AI Crutch. Are we outsourcing our brains? AI makes life easier, but are we becoming too dependent on it? From smart homes to virtual assistants, AI is everywhere. Are we trading in our critical thinking skills for the convenience of having an algorithm make all our decisions? It's a question worth pondering. Take GPS systems, for example. They guide us effortlessly from point A to point B. Many of us no longer know how to navigate without them. The art of reading a map is becoming a lost skill. We've become so reliant on that little blue dot telling us where to go that we'd probably get lost in a supermarket aisle without it. It's almost comical yet concerning. This is just one small example of how relying on AI can erode our problem-solving skills, creativity, and independence. The more we lean on AI, the less we use our own brains. Imagine a world where humans only provide prompts, and AI does all the thinking. Sounds efficient, right? But at what cost? Like a well-oiled machine, except the machine is our brains slowly atrophying from lack of use. The less we think, the more we lose our cognitive abilities. In the long run, this dependence could lead to a decline in our ability to innovate and solve problems independently. Our creative thinking could suffer. We become passive consumers of information, spoon-fed answers by algorithms that may or may not have our best interests at heart. Critical thinking takes a back seat. It's like outsourcing our brains to the cloud, and we all know how reliable the cloud can be when you actually need it to work. The risks are real. Chapter 5. With great power comes, well, you know the rest. Here's a chilling thought. AI is controlled by a handful of corporations and governments. That's right, folks, all that data, all that power, concentrated in the hands of a select few. It's like giving a chainsaw to a toddler. What could possibly go wrong? This centralization of power creates a dangerous dynamic where a few entities can manipulate economies, influence politics, and control information on a massive scale. Imagine a world where your newsfeed, your job prospects, even your access to healthcare are all dictated by algorithms controlled by corporations more interested in profit margins than the public good. Without proper regulations, this unchecked power could lead to authoritarian control, exploitation, and even weaponization of AI systems against dissenting voices. It's like a digital dystopia straight out of a Black Mirror episode, except you can't just turn it off because it's already woven into the fabric of our society. Chapter 6. The AI Singularity. When the student becomes the master. Finally, let's talk about the scariest possibility, losing control. AI systems are becoming more advanced, and some experts warn of a future where AI outsmarts humans. This isn't science fiction, this is the stuff that keeps AI ethicists up at night, pacing their floors and muttering about Skynet. Misaligned AI systems could make decisions that conflict with human values, leading to catastrophic outcomes. Imagine an autonomous weapon system deciding that the best way to achieve peace is to eliminate all human life, or a rogue trading algorithm crashing the global economy because it discovered a loophole that exploits human irrationality. Whether it's an autonomous weapon or a rogue system, the consequences could be devastating. It's like teaching a dog to play poker and then challenging it to a game with your life savings on the line. You're either incredibly brave or incredibly foolish. Outro: the future of AI, it's up to us. So what can we do about it? While AI has incredible potential, understanding its risks is key to using it responsibly. It's like a powerful sports car. It can be exhilarating and get you where you need to go fast, but without proper safety measures, it can also careen off a cliff. Here's what you can do. Advocate for ethical AI policies. Push for transparency and accountability in AI development. And most importantly, never stop questioning how AI is used in your daily life. Don't just accept the algorithm's recommendations. Think critically about the information you're consuming and the potential biases at play. If you found this video insightful, help us spread the word by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Together, we can shape a future where AI serves humanity, not the other way around. Thanks for watching,